As you can see right here, we got these SRT products in here. We're getting these expensive, ridiculous, costly brake changes done. You know, so we got that white SRT right there. That's the fit 18. Got the, what is this? 14, 15, one of those 2 years, yeah. Okay, how about that? So, yeah, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing a review today. And we're going to be doing, now, because see, here's the problem. I get a lot of people and they constantly ask me, they're like, hey, John, how do you feel about getting a Grand Cherokee, but if I don't have enough money to get the Hemi, what do you think about getting, say, a regular V6 model? So as you can see, we've got an 18 right there. Now, what I'm going to be doing for you, since I love you guys so much, you Grand Cherokee desirees who want to see a review done on the Grand Cherokee, I'm going to review a brand new 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee, but it's not going to be the Hemi model. So I'm going to do that for you. But first of all, let's take a look at something real quick. We got the Demon over here. Look at this Demon. Look at this Demon. I heard that they had a Demon, so I had to come take a look at it. Look, that looks like Herman's Demon, you know, demonology. Look at these things. You ain't never going to see no Acura dealer with shit like this back here. You ain't going to never see that. Look at this motherfucker. So the first thing I have to always do is find out what number this Demon is. That's the first thing. This is Demon number 1318. Demon number right there, 1318. Always got to find out what number the Demon is. They don't talk about the Demon anymore because, you know, the red eyes basically replaced it. But there you go, that's the Demon right there. That looks just like Herman's Demon. Except it doesn't have that big jiu-jitsu thing on the side. It's so wide and flat. Amazing. He's taking my truck in so he can do the oil change and everything. He's up there trying to stunt in my truck. Guy's up there stunting in the truck. He can't be stunting in my Jeep. My Jeep is too clean for that. I'm going to be reviewing one of Chrysler's best sellers up until I get my SRT back. And this, as you can see, is a Jeep Cherokee. As you can see, my car is right over there. So I'm going to be reviewing a Cherokee, which is slightly different than a Jeep Grand Cherokee, as in it's just nowhere near as fun or cool or exciting or powerful or anything else. So let me see. Get all my little wires and stuff. So first of all, as you can see, we've got a decent amount of rear space right here. So, you know, it's funny because I be passing these people on the road and doing like 90 miles an hour past these guys, and some of them make the mistake of trying to race me and then they just can't. And now I'm going to find out exactly why that is. Why is it that these guys can't race me? So this is a loaner, temporary, up until, oh, look at that. Looks like a World War II plane up there. So this is a loaner temporary up until I get done with the little bits of work that I wanted them to do on my car. They're gonna give me, oh, turn that goddamn music down. Turn that shit down. How the fuck do you turn that shit down? Okay. Oh my God, we got manual seats. So you mean I'm passing these people on the road and they got manual seats? Jesus Christ, you don't want no manual seats, you want power. Let's see, you gotta push this thing. Okay. All right, so let's get up in there. Whoa, Jesus. We got the same Uconnect system, except this one doesn't seem to have navigation. So this is like one of those base models. Full fuel. Battery voltage is high too, which is great. Okay. I gotta turn this goddamn music down. This shit is confusing me. Okay. So what we got? We got select terrain, auto, snow, sport. It's basically the exact same equipment that you'd find in my SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, USB and power. So here's the thing. First of all, let's get our iPhone wires ready for charging my stuff. So we got this right here. So we got a 2.4 amp charger. Then let's get my music ready. This is my 128 gigabyte music chip. So, oh shit. Yeah, this armrest is further back And in my Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's a little awkward. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so that's that. So now let's set up. So this telescoping steering wheel comes up, so you have to pull this lever. Oh man, I don't have my adaptive cruise control. That's gonna make driving and texting at the same time really difficult. Okay, so now it's searching for media, obviously. Let's turn off that air conditioning because I don't really want it on right now. So basically, we're driving around in this, even though I do not have a... Whoa, shit, slow down, goddamn. This guy's got the Jeep, he's up there speeding through the damn traffic like he's a monster or something. Jesus, you don't hear Acuras doing shit like that. No MDXs and RDXs sounded like that. You got a fucking supercharger in a goddamn truck. So anyway, as I was saying, there's a little bit of leg space back there for the kids, children's, and your grandparents if they come with you, or your parents. Okay, this guy's smiling so much, he must have just got a Hellcat. This guy's smiling. Okay, so basically, let's set up the mirrors. Okay, set up the mirrors. We got the mirrors to set up. Oh man, this thing's gonna suck in traffic real bad. I can already feel it. Okay, all right, so let's get some air in here. Okay. All right, I tell you, the worst thing about driving a loaner car is that people, when they pass by you, they make judgments about you. They're like, yeah, that guy can't drive. He must have crashed his car or something, which I did not. Or they'd be like, oh yeah, you got a Cherokee. Your car doesn't have no power in it. And I'm like, well, my other car is a... And then you got to try to explain yourself on the road and shit. Damn. So here we go. So this is the Cherokee. It's got a little bit of stitching right there. Got a little bit of stitching. Why not? A little blue stitching. Yeah, this is your typical airport rental car for your children and your kids. I would have preferred a Chrysler 300, honestly, but they don't have any Chrysler 300s. What they really need to do is tap into that used car lot. They need to get some of those used cars over there. Like that Demon they got. Lend me somebody's Demon. Let me drive that when it's used. That would be fun. Okay, so let's adjust these mirrors. Okay, get the mirrors all adjusted. Oh man, this loaner car test is gonna be epic. It's gonna be absolutely epic. You just watch. Okay, so we have this pull stick shift. Okay, we're in auto. Let's turn it straight up to sport. Okay, so you go to sport. Now it's in sport. Okay, so it's in sport. What's so sporty about it, you ask? I don't know. Well, let's find out. So we're behind this old-ass Audi A4. This guy looks like he's going his way to the golf course. All right, so StabiliTrak off. No. We want to have that on. I don't want this. I will turn this auto stop start. No, in fact, you know what I'll do? I'll test it out just to see how it works. And if I don't like it, which I won't, I'll turn it off later. So, okay, so here we go. This guy's got the Audi A4. He's up there trying to carve the corners with his turns and everything. Actually, I'll tell you, the acceleration for this thing isn't actually that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. I don't know which engine this is. I'm not sure if it's the 6-cylinder or the 4-cylinder, but this is actually pretty good. Because, I mean, you really think about it, all the goddamn speed limits say 25. So considering all the speed limits say 25, you know, you're not really supposed to be going that fast. Like, you see the speed limit says 30. So as long as the highway pickup is good, and as long as the base acceleration in the, pedestrian streets is good, I mean, I guess you don't really have much to complain about. Well, you don't hear the engine because it's not a V8, it's not grumbling. Oh, man, listen to that whine. Jesus Christ. I've seen so many people in this car, and this is the first time I think I've actually driven a Cherokee. It's not bad. It's just that, you know, it's not what I'm used to. I'm used to being spoiled. I used to spoil myself. I tell you this, I do like, oh man, look, everybody's got the Grand Cherokee. Now all of a sudden, all I'm going to see is Grand Cherokees everywhere. This is what happens when the loaners, they don't have Grand Cherokees, they only have Cherokees. It hurts your soul. Look, this guy's got one right here. Look at this guy. He's got one. This guy I just passed has one. But these cars are everywhere. These people love their Jeeps. These people right here in this little... See, and the thing about it is these cars have so much more space in them because they're SUVs. So it's like you can sit straight up. It's more comfortable. You can get your whole family in here. You hear that? Engine turned off. As soon as I take my foot off the brake, I think the engine will turn back on. So I'm gonna just take my foot off the brake, and then you hear it start back up. So there is about a split second. There's a split second between taking your foot off the brake. I mean, for the most part, it's seamless because basically, with the exception of doing a burnout, you can't simultaneously be braking and accelerating. So it kind of works. So if you're interested in a 2020 Cherokee, listen to that goddamn whine. Jesus Christ, I got my foot to the floor and it takes forever to get to fucking 40. I'm pretty sure this thing's really good on gas. So, you know, we're at a full tank right now. In fact, you know what I could do? What I should do is let me see if I can set, let's see how much our fuel economy is. So I'm going to push OK to reset. And yeah, what we're going to do is for trip A, what we're going to do is we're going to run fuel economy. So we're going to see how many miles per gallon we get. Fuel economy, hold A to reset. Okay. So I'm going to reset all of that, and we're going to check our fuel economy. Because there are some people who are interested in getting one of these, and they say, you know, they take my opinion, thank you so much, because they know I tell it like it is. If I'm not happy with something, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you this shit sucks. But to tell you the truth, if I was like a regular, like single mom, and I was driving around, and you know, I've got 2 kids in the back, it's like this wouldn't be so bad actually. Not too bad. Or if I was like a military veteran or something, and I was on limited pay. Jesus Christ, make up your mind. I'm gonna speed past you in sport mode. Fucking Nissan Quest, out of the way. Speed past you in sport mode. Doing 63 miles per hour. I'm a badass. Oh man. If this was my SRT, I'd have been doing like 100 miles an hour. Like instantaneously. It's ridiculous. Because it's like the power just builds to itself. It just builds and builds and builds and builds. It just goes faster and faster. There goes that engine again. And you see the auto start light turn on. The engine's off, no revs. And then it turns right back on, and then you're ready to go. This must be what it feels like to drive anything that's just not powerful at all. You know, I've been driving power for so long until I forgot what it feels like not to drive power. And you know what's funny? I did a review on the Dodge Durango, and I've still got people thanking me for an honest review on the... No, not the Durango. The Journey. I did made a video about the Dodge Journey. And there's still a lot of comments that I'm getting many years later. And they're saying, yeah, thanks for the review. But then there's some people insulting me and like, oh, yeah, it's stupid. I'd never buy that. But it's like, that's on you. Most of the people who I've seen buy these cars, they love them. And as long as they like it, you know, all the naysayers who never spent any money on them, it's like their opinion doesn't mean shit. And that's just a simple fact. It's just like this Palisade right here. It's like these are getting good reviews. And even the naysayers who are like, oh, yeah, well, they'll never be like German luxury. I mean, yeah, they never will. But the thing about it is, as long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. As long as you're happy with it. This actually is not a bad ride. It's a little jittery. It's a little jittery because the roads are shit out here. I don't know what I'm paying taxes for. It's a little bit jittery. Oh, shit, let me turn that off. Pretty decent ride. My thing is, if you were gonna get a Cherokee, considering the technology trees that they offer are basically the same as they were on the Charger and the Chrysler 300, like where you can get Uconnect Touch Navigation and you can get the panoramic roof. And considering pretty much all the options are about the same, if I were you, I'd get one of these things fully loaded if you were going to get one. Oh, there's another one. There's a Cherokee right there. That's the older one that looks more like an eagle beak. Oh man, I've got my foot to the floor. I don't feel like I have my foot to the floor, and it's taking me forever to get to 70 miles an hour. Like, it's taking me so long that Ford Explorer behind me, he was like, yeah, fuck this guy in that slow-ass little car. And he just got out of this lane. He got to the next lane because he was probably afraid that he was going to crash into my back. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like these little SUVs. Now, I understand that there's some people who don't want to pay a lot for gas, and I understand that there's people who don't need a big SUV. I understand all that. But my thing is, I'm thinking this has to be the 4-cylinder model. And I think the V6 would have been a little bit more powerful in this, because I've driven the V6 in the Chrysler 300 before. So I'm thinking that this is definitely the 4-cylinder. I'll look at it later and see what kind of engine this is. So if you're one of these people who wants to get maximum fuel efficiency, then that's just what it is. You're going to want maximum fuel efficiency. You want a small footprint when you park the car. You want to be able to get into small spaces. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's a 4-cylinder. Look at this one. This guy's got the sport model from the last generation. And he seems to be okay. He seems to be happy. See me, I would have probably killed myself by now, but he seems to be happy with his purchase. And the mere fact that he hasn't committed suicide means that he's happy with it, I guess. I got this Mustang trying to troll me. I'm going to let this Mustang go, because you know how these guys get when they try to step on their accelerator. They crash into crowds and into trees and bushes and shit. And I don't want him crashing into me, so I'm just going to let him go. There's nothing I can do. I got a 4-cylinder. There's nothing I can do. I don't have the SRT motor under here. Why didn't Chrysler make a twin turbocharged V6 like they have in the Maserati Ghibli? If they had that in this piece of shit, this thing would be so fucking fast. I'd be breaking speed limits while I'm not moving. But they don't have it. But I know anybody who purchased one of these is probably very happy with it. It's just that I didn't, so I'm not. It's okay. The steering is okay too. It handles pretty well. We're not carving goddamn corners on a mountain or anything. But this is actually okay. It's not as completely comfortable for me as, say, the Grand Cherokee, because it's smaller, but you sit more upright in this, so it's not terrible, Yeah. So yeah, it's not too bad. It just does what it has to do. This is a base model. Base models. I don't have my side warning mirrors, so I have to actually look out my freaking sides just to make sure, because there's no beep. Normally, if somebody sneaks up on the side of me, I have the cross traffic warnings and stuff and the blind spot detection, so I hear a beep. Problem is, this base model doesn't have that shit. In my opinion, that should be standard, especially considering how much they're charging for these cars now. Not the worst thing in the world, but goddamn, I need more technology. The last time I rented or borrowed one of their cars, I had a Pacifica. And the Pacifica was actually really, really nice. It was actually pretty spacious and everything. But it's like, there's just nothing like having that Grand Cherokee. Even minus the V8 engine, there's nothing like having that Grand Cherokee. That thing is fantastic. Look at this guy. When is this Mustang? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What's wrong with you? Hey, coronavirus sufferer, you're supposed to wash your hands in the bathroom, not in the fucking highway. What are you doing? think that guy is a couple of marbles short of a board game. It's like I let this guy pass me, and all of a sudden he's behind me. How's that happen? You're in a Mustang. You're supposed to be driving fast. That's what they told me. They said Mustangs were fast until they hit unsuspecting crowds. What's this guy doing? What are you doing? Jesus. Oh, look at this right here. You don't see these much. This guy's got a big old sport bumper on his car that does not match the rest of the car. Yeah, I think your ground effects for the bottom left and right, I think you did not put your ground effects on, sir. You got to get your ground effects for that car because it looks, that car looks like somebody's nightmare. Somebody needs to fix that shit up. Get her a bumper that fits. Jesus. I think that was like a Avenger or Caliber or something. I forget what they name these things. Because they don't even make it no more, so it's not like it really matters. Somebody needs to get that woman a bumper that actually fits. Okay. Well, I tell you this, as long as you're moving fast in a straight line, the steering is pretty decent. You know, it allows you to get in and out of there real quick, like I'm getting around a stupid Toyota. So, you know, as long as, oh shit, the fuel light, that shit went down from max fuel. It went down already, and I haven't even driven. How far I driven? I driven like, it says 18.6 miles per gallon average, and I know I am driving in sport, so perhaps if I drive in automatic, there might be some difference there. But I'm not gonna, you know, really look at the fuel economy until much later in the, because I'm gonna have this thing maybe a couple of days. Because it takes some time to do all the work. Wow, look at that cop. Jesus Christ. She's out there. She's just waiting for somebody. I had to put my hand down because I don't want her to look at me and then I'm screwed. So, Jesus. She's out there waiting to give some tickets. Out there waiting to give a ticket. I don't need that shit. They're like, yeah, you speeding, buddy? And I'll be like, no, I'm not speeding. I'm in a 4-cylinder. I can't speed. If I had my car, I'd have been fucking, I would rip past you at about 100 miles an hour. But I'm in a 4-cylinder, officer. Go easy on me. Oh shit, there's a Jeep Grand Cherokee behind me. This guy means business. I bet people who drive around in Jeep Grand Cherokees, I bet they look down on us little Cherokee drivers right here. I bet they look down on us. Oh, look at that. Another piece of shit Mazda. The guy stopped. What is he, taking a piss? Oh shit, this Grand Cherokee's not fucking around. This guy's up on my bumper like he's the T-1000 from Terminator 2. Why are you getting up on my bumper? He's scaring the shit out of me. Back off. Doing 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour in sport mode, why not? Whee! Listen to that wind noise. I'm gonna turn the windows up, see how quiet it is. Okay, it's actually, it's kind of quiet, I guess. Ride is a little, I mean, it's a little bumpy, but if you notice, the quality of the road sucks too, because this is New York State, and they just take our tax dollars and they, you know, they basically steal our money and they divvy it up amongst the administrators, and they don't really return good services for what they take from us, you know? They charge us top dollar, but they give us shit roads like this. So as you can hear those, but you can hear the bumps. Yeah, come on, get out of the way, stupid Honda Pilot. Jesus Christ. Get out of the way. I mean, you know, these little econo boxes, because that's what this is. This is a Chrysler Fiat FCA Canada econo box. It's not terrible. Oh, shit. Who'd you catch? Yeah, see, this guy's up there speeding. Look at this guy. Look at this guy speed. Look at this guy up there risking our lives. Speed. Look at this freaking Honda. See, that's the other thing that annoys me about this car. I don't have my collision warning. So basically, driving this car, I have to pay attention to everything, because if I don't, somebody's going to get hit by a speeding Cherokee at hundreds of miles per hour, less than this, you know, very slow, actually. It's very slow. Stupid Camry's probably faster than I am right now. And that hurts my feelings. Provokes my envy. This Mazda. Get out of the way. This guy's driving so slow and shit. Stupid Mazdas. Yeah, it's like when I pass by people who are driving around in better cars, I have to hide my head in shame. You know, like this Mercedes right here. And he's got big old red brakes and shit. I don't have any red brakes on this little Cherokee. Look at this guy. This guy's dressed like Donald Duck in there. He's got like an orange blue shirt and shit. It's like, what's going on here? Guy looks like Donald Duck. Oh, snap. This is exactly where I want to be. Yeah, so I'm going to park, get out, take a look, and see what kind of engine we're talking about. Because, you know, we ain't got no real power up in here. Look at this. Let's handle corner. Oh, snap. 30 miles an hour. It feels... In my Cherokee, I can take these corners at about 45, 50 and not have any problem sliding around. But these little Econo, look at it. Everywhere I go now, I'm seeing silver Grand Cherokees. See, this is what happens when you don't have your car. All of a sudden, you start seeing cars that look like yours everywhere. Yeah. It's like whatever you don't have, it never fails. I've seen no fewer than about 10 silver Grand Cherokees. When you don't have your car, all of a sudden everybody's got a car look like yours. It does not fail. Look at these guys. These two old senior citizens. I'm going to call the driver Herb. That's usually what their name is, Herb. They just got the red Tesla here. Red Tesla Model S. I swear to God, Tesla really needs to upgrade those interiors. Their interiors are shit. It's like the mechanical performance of the car is cool, but the fucking seats suck. The comfort sucks. See the Jeep Limited X right there. I don't know why the fuck you would build one of those things and not have cooled seats in it. It's like, why would you have heated seats and no cooled seats when you know that heated and cooled seats should basically be standard by now? I don't know what's wrong with these people. This guy's got like a dead body back there. What's going on here? Get from behind me, goddammit. Get from behind me, fucking stupid Honda. Okay, there we go. So we'll just go into this little yard right here and take a quickie look at this little ass engine. Let's see what's in there. Let's see what's... Oh, you got a little backup camera. It's a little backup camera, but you know, it's there. So this must be the 6-inch Uconnect. So the 8-inch gives you the navigation system, but this must be the 6-incher right here. All right, so let's take a quickie look and see what exactly is under the hood. Key and ignition. Thank you for reminding me. And I'm supposed to also check behind myself to make sure that I don't have any small children or pets in the car, because if I get out and leave them in there, they might swelter to death. Let's see. No, wait, I thought that was the fucking hood. Where's the hood? Oh. It's a little switch too. Okay, so let's see what it is. Okay. Let's see what the release button. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's a pull. Oh, multi-air 2.4 liter, huh? Yeah, this thing is smaller than some of the bottles of soda in my cabinet. Wow, what is that big thing? What is this? It looks like a big old smokestack. So this is the up until now, I didn't even know what the kind of engine it was, but now I know. So this is the 2.4 liter multi-air turbo. Or is this a turbo? I don't even think this is a turbo. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to look this up because this might actually be a naturally aspirated. But I got to look it up because, you know, I know somebody's going to be like, oh, you don't know anything about cars. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't pay any attention to boring shit, okay? Like that Honda Accord right there. I don't pay attention to these things. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I just didn't fucking bother to look it up. So for right now, that is first part of my review of the 2020 Jeep Cherokee. For right now. I'm gonna have more because I want to talk about fuel economy and all that stuff. But for right now, that's the review. Obviously, I cannot get music in a video because of YouTube censorship. But what I can say is that even at the maximum volume level, because of the fact that this radio does not have a subwoofer connected to it, or at least one that is of any major size. Like for instance, I'm coming from a car that has a 10-inch subwoofer. The stereo really doesn't have any balls. I'll just say it just like that. This stereo has no balls. So basically, if you did buy one of these things, like if you want to buy one, I really recommend that you get whatever the upgraded stereo is. And if you can't afford to get it from Chrysler Direct, have your own subwoofer installed into your car. Because if you have even like one 10-inch or a dual 10, or even if you get one of those bazookas that's already like a pre-made sub amp, that'll make you very, very happy. Because the thing about it is, at the loudest settings, this thing is really not that loud. And there's a couple of other things that are a little annoying about this car, but I guess that's just because of my size, as instead of like the small single females that'll be driving it. Like for instance, the controls are just so low. Like in a Grand Cherokee, everything is like right up here or it's up here, but now you got to reach down for everything. And that means I gotta look around my knee for the freaking the AC button. There's nothing worse than having a car that's smaller than you are, It's like with these stupid sports cars, you see like really big, tall people trying to get into these cars that are so small. It's like, no, it's not that great. It's not a good feeling. And this is the first time that I've had any real experience with the 2.4 engine. And a lot of the newer cars that they have the V6. I haven't really had much experience with that either. The only thing I'm really experienced in is the Hemis at this point. So look at this guy. That thin blue line bullshit is the most fascist shit I've ever seen. So basically what you've got is a bunch of bootlickers trying to impress the cops. Oh yeah, I have a thin blue line on the back of my car. Please don't hurt me. That's like the most fascist shit I've ever fucking seen. Oh no, I support the party. I support the party. You might as well have like one of them Nazi badges on. Oh no, my loyalty is unquestionable. I support the party. It's like, listen, these people are public servants. Their fucking job is to do their job. Nothing more, nothing less. Anything that you're trying to like kiss ass, you're nothing but a bootlicker. Stop licking boots, because I'm pretty sure they don't appreciate it either. Because they act like, oh, what are you going to do? You think just because you got a PBA card or you got a little blue line on your car that you're going to get out of this ticket? I got other answers for you, but look at this Toyota shit, bro. Yeah. Fascism. That's what it is.